So welcome to my chickens at the bottom of the garden. They've been a bit naughty in that they've escaped, and I'm going to have to try and get them in a minute, but I'm not going to try and do that on camera because it would just be very funny. But I've come up here to see if we've got any eggs. Let's have a little look. Yay! So we're going to do our egg experiment with one fresh egg from the box. Okay, we're here in the kitchen and we're going to do our egg investigation. And I've only got my laptop here so I can remember and go through the steps that you'll be going through. So the first thing I've got a chicken's egg, I've got a dish or plate, I've gone for a plate. I have actually got tweezers and I've gone for a fork, and we're going to use Archie's phone just to be the torch in a little while when we get to it. Okay, so my next slide tells me to make a prediction. You need to be thinking, what is it I'm going to be finding inside my egg? I kind of know because I know it's got a white and a yolk, but I'm just going to explain how much white I think there is going to be, how much yolk do I think there's going to be. And then the next thing I'm going to do is wash my hands. So let's put my egg carefully there. Give it I will get Archie to stop this because for me to do this and sing happy birthday twice is going to be quite boring for you, but I am giving my hands a wash. I've come back. The first thing that I'm going to be looking at is drawing and labelling my egg, looking at the colour patterns. I seem to have a little spot on here. And then shaking my egg. What can I feel? Can I feel anything move? Can I give it a squeeze? Is it hard? I'd go top to bottom. Now, crack the egg and pour gently into a dish, bowl or plate. If you feel a bit nervous about doing this, you think that you're going to get the edge of the egg and break the egg open, because ideally we don't want to be breaking the yolk, you can talk to an adult and ask them to do this part for you. Get a crack, give it another harder one, and then gently, now we've got a crack, open it up, and this is that nice fresh one that we just got when we went up. Oh, and I have dropped that in there, and I have managed to get a piece of shell in it, so Archie is very chuffed, having just said. There we go. Right, what we're do is we're going to look at the inside of the shell, and you'll be able to do this a lot better. You won't be able to see so well, but what we're looking for, and you might just be able to see it there, can you see how that shell's broken? We've got a papery thin membrane that was inside and the shell on the outside. You can just see that bit there. And if we look at the blunt end, so that's the non-pointy end. Oh, can I put this back together? So there's our pointy end and there's our more rounded, blunter end. It's actually got, I can see it, you probably can't. There is like a paper little air bubble in there. I'm pressing on it. You probably can't see that. But look on your one, airspace, sorry, which would be used if this egg had been fertilised and there was a chick in there. And the next thing that we would be doing is shining a torch through the eggshell, shining it through from the outside in, and I can see tiny dents. But on the film, I can see that all that's doing is making a very nice bright light, but it's not actually showing the holes that you can see. They're like tiny little dents in there, a bit like a moon surface actually. Let me pop that down out of the way. I did have to give my hands a quick wash before I picked Archie's phone up because they had got a little bit sticky. So we've got our egg there. Let's have an examine of it. We've got a large lot of white which is spread out this way, which is our albumin, and then we've got a firmer, looks like jelly, doesn't it, here, albumin here, which is holding up as quite a nice shape. So let's just move on. And we want to be able to do a diagram because we want to be drawing our albumin. We want to draw the bit that's escaped all the way here, and then we want to draw the inner circle or oval that has formed here. And then we've got our yolk here, which has got quite a beautiful dome. It's a big old fat yolk here. My hens are doing well, aren't they? And then I'm just going to move on to the next slide. And then we're looking for a light coloured dot on the yolk, and I've spotted it just there, Archie. Just here. I don't want to press too hard. And that is called the germinal disc, and it's where fertilisation would happen. So when I draw mine, I'm going to make sure I draw it so that it's not centre, but it's off to one side, the right-hand side. And then I'm going to use my tweezers. Now, I could be using my fork just to pick this up, so that's why I'm saying if you haven't got tweezers, don't panic. We can pick this bit up, and we can pick this bit up. But this is they're like little ropes.
Now this is our laser, which is the rope bit I'm just picking up now. I've done this as an audio because I mispronounced it when I did the first video, and I just thought I'm going to check that up. So it's
let's get it this way because I don't want to poke my yolk yet. One that side and one that side. And they hold the yolk up and keep that disc facing upwards. So when our yolk was inside the egg, it was like on a spinning disc, and it had the chaliza holding it up quite tight, and that germinal disc was at the top. So you can add that information and detail onto your diagram. Now, the last part of our investigation, we've looked at the albumen, we've looked at our yolk, we've examined our eggshell, is we're going to pierce the egg yolk and observe what's happening. It looks like it's moving, it's sliding on my plate. So I'll go for the centre, shall I? And I've pierced it. Not a lot is happening there. Press, maybe if I do a side bit here. Here we go. It very slowly is oozing out. It's like a golden colour, isn't it? I think to get more, I'd have to very gently press down on it for you to see that yolk oozing out. But it's not under a huge amount of pressure. It's not gushing out. It's only just oozing from that centre bit there. So I've come back after about 20 minutes or so to have a look at what's happened to my egg yolk, and you can see it has seeped out. I know you won't get a chance to do that because I have asked you to clear up after you've done your little investigation, but I thought you might be interested. It almost looks like a piece of art. So have fun, enjoy investigating, and make sure that you try and get as good a diagram as you can and detailed as possible, and don't forget to label. I have put the vocabulary at the end of the PowerPoint so you can check off and think, yeah, I've got that and I'm happy with it. Okay.